First principles thinking. There's a way to break down even the toughest problems and find solutions that others can't see. It's called first principles thinking, a method used by some of the world's greatest innovators like Elon Musk and Chamath Palihapitiya to redefine industries and turn impossible ideas into reality. Today, we'll dive into how first principles thinking works and how you can apply it to solve problems, innovate, and achieve breakthroughs. First principles thinking is a mental model that dates back to ancient Greece. It was championed by philosophers like Aristotle, but in modern times, it's become synonymous with innovation. First principles thinking breaks problems down to their fundamental components and builds solutions from the ground up. Here's how it works. Instead of accepting assumptions as facts, you ask, what do we know to be true and why? By stripping problems down to their essence, you free yourself from traditional constraints and open the door to radical new solutions. Here's some examples. SpaceX and rocket reusability. Elon knew that making space travel affordable required a complete rethink. Instead of accepting that rockets are disposable, a norm in the aerospace industry, he asked, what are rockets made of and how can we rebuild them for reuse? By applying first principles thinking, Musk and his team designed reusable rockets, slashing costs, and redefining space exploration. Henry Ford's assembly line innovation. When Henry Ford set out to make cars affordable for the average person, he didn't just copy existing manufacturing methods. He broke down the process into its basic steps and asked, how can we optimize each component? This led to the creation of assembly line, which revolutionized the auto industry and cut production time from days to hours. Another great example is Steve Jobs and the iPhone creation. When Jobs introduced the iPhone, he didn't just iterate on existing phones. He reimagined the entire device from the ground up, combining a phone, an iPod, an internet browser in one sleek package. Jobs' ability to question assumptions and rebuild from first principles resulted in a product that changed the entire world. So, how do you actually get started with first principles thinking? Number one is identify the problem and the assumptions. Start by clearly defining the problem and what you're trying to solve. Then list every assumption you're making about it. Ask yourself, is this really true? What evidence supports it? And eliminate all faulty assumptions is the first step towards an innovative solution. Next, break it down into the fundamentals. Break the problem down into its fundamental components. What are the basic building blocks? For example, if you're trying to create a more efficient delivery system, identify the core steps involved: sourcing, packaging, transportation. Next, rebuild with brand new solutions. Once you've stripped the problem to its basics, ask, what new solutions can you build from these components? This is where creativity and innovation come into play, free from the limitations of existing solutions. Lastly, test and iterate. One of my favorite terms we would use at Estated all the time was rip off and duplicate. Even when we look at new products that are succeeding, what little things can we take away from these wins and rip off and duplicate? Innovation doesn't just happen in a vacuum. Test your new approach, gather feedback, and refine it. The power of the first principles thinking lies in continuous improvement. First principles thinking isn't just for CEOs or engineers. It can transform your everyday decisions, whether you're budgeting, learning a new skill, or starting a business. Questioning assumptions and focusing on fundamentals can lead to smarter choices and better outcomes. For example, instead of copying someone else's productivity hacks, break down what makes an effective morning routine and build one tailored to your own needs. I ran into this for many, many years. If Tim Ferriss said something, or Andrew Huberman, or Ben Greenfield told me to do something in my morning routine, I would almost copy it word for word, action by action, and I was just mix and mashing so many different morning routines together. I never took the time to really optimize one for just myself. And so I had to break it down into what's the most effective for me. And when I wake up in my morning routine, I'm a little bit of a slow goer. My first thing I do is grab a glass of water and a cup of tea, and I just read for as long as I feel is necessary and comfortable. The next thing I do is I meditate in front of my red light, and then I'll often end up sitting down on my computer and working on our Everyday Entrepreneur course, writing my book, working on my businesses, checking my investments, and my first 3 or 4 hours of my day is kind of getting plugged in there. And so I don't want those interrupted. I've always been a very early waker, but it took me many years to figure out just those little steps that are the most effective for me versus taking everyone else's. There's some tools online that you can use to do this as well. There's this thing called MindMeister. You can create mind maps to break down complex problems visually. Notion has endless resources on this, and another thing you can use is Obsidian. There's links below for all of these. You don't have to remember them right now. First principles thinking isn't just a strategy, it's a mindset. By challenging assumptions and rebuilding from the ground up, you can solve problems that seem impossible and create breakthroughs in your work and life. If this video inspired you, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's ready to think differently. And let us know in the comments, what's one problem you'll approach with first principles thinking? If you want to get more of these 100 business lessons, the greatest entrepreneurial lessons that have ever been created in the world, join the Everyday Entrepreneur community on School. And we'll see you in the next one, ladies and gentlemen.